This video is sponsored by Cygames. There was a book for thee, like no other. But now it's moved beyond the veil, that land of marvels, land of wonder. A new era has indeed begun, but some legends never fade. 'Twas Brillig and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. Beware the Jabberwock, my son! The jaws that bite, the claws that catch! The dragon burbles through the wood. No vorpal blade will do you good. Glory bound or purged in flame, the deck you build defines your fate. So I ask you, is this really just a game? Hey familia, Igni here, and I have a very special video for you today. Not one, but two new exclusive card reveals for the upcoming Shadowverse expansion, Omen of the 10. And if you know me well at all, you'd know that both of these followers are indeed Dragoncraft followers, so let's just jump into it. Serpent Drake, 3 playpoint, 3/2 bronze follower for Dragoncraft. Fanfare, enhance 8, gain +4/+4. At the start of the opponent's turn, if this follower has been damaged, summon a Serpent Drake, and the evolved form is the same effect. So you get a lot of value out of this card. It's already a 3 playpoint 3/2, which is a solid body on curve, but with the effect, you can trade it into an enemy follower, and then another Serpent Drake will pop up that they have to deal with. So that makes this a really good follower against 1/1s, for example, like fairies and knights. But you can also just evolve it and have it trade into something a lot bigger and still get that perpetual value with Serpent Drake. In the same way, the enhance effect allowing you to play this card as an 8 playpoint 7/6 gives you a bigger body for you to more easily proc off the effect of Serpent Drake while trading into larger followers. It also allows this card to be a lot more impactful in the late game. Being a 3 playpoint Dragoncraft follower, and the fact that the effect can make another 3 playpoint Dragoncraft follower means that it synergizes very well with Prime Dragon Keeper, so that's something to keep in mind as well. But I think the most interesting thing about Serpent Drake in relation to Omen of the 10 specifically is how well it fits in with the new Disdain-themed cards that Dragoncraft is getting. The Omen of Disdain, as well as her followers and related spells, revolve around damaging your followers to get some effect out of it, and Serpent Drake here fits right into that. So you can combo this card with the Disciple of Disdain, for example, being able to ping your Serpent Drake, draw a card, and get another 3/2 body on the board. Or you can use it with Galmew, the Dragoncraft Omen of Disdain, again to make that Galmew turn even more impactful, being able to deal 1 damage to all followers, including your Serpent Drake, clear the enemy board, deal damage to their face, and generate 2/3 attack bodies when it comes to the opponent's turn. So I think overall that Serpent Drake is really a solid follower here. But Serpent Drake isn't the only card I'm revealing today, so without further ado, what you've all been waiting for, the second Dragoncraft legendary card, Jabberwock, Nightmare Spawn. 7 playpoint 3/3, can't attack. Fanfare, randomly banish one of the lowest cost cards in your deck and then gain +X/+X, X equals the cost of the banished card. At the end of your turn, randomly banish one of the lowest cost cards in your deck and then gain +X/+X, X equals the cost of the banished card. At the start of your opponent's turn, if this follower has at least 10 attack, deal 5 damage to a random enemy follower. If no enemy followers are in play, deal 5 damage to the enemy leader instead. And then the evolved form is similar, but it's a 12 attack threshold instead of 10, and it deals 7 damage instead of 5. Woo! So that's a doozy of an effect, isn't it? The recurring damage reminds me a lot of Jerva, which is coincidentally another card that I revealed back in the Dawnbreak Night Edge days. The downside here being, of course, that this card can't attack, but really the effectiveness depends on how you build your deck. If you have too many 2-cost cards, it'll take a while to go off. But if you banish a 3 and a 4-cost card the turn you play it, then it'll go off right away, which is very good. The large body that this card presents makes it hard to trade into, so transform effects and hard removal is the best way for your opponent to deal with it, meaning that you can force your opponent to use them and then later on in the game drop more big late game cards. Or alternatively, wait for your opponent to use all their removal on your other threats and then drop Jabberwock Nightmare Spawn to create a threat that they cannot remove, and playing this later in the game also makes it easier to banish higher cost cards, as you would have played a lot of your lower cost cards already. A very real upside of Jabberwock Nightmare Spawn is that it thins your deck of low impact early game cards, which then improves the card quality of your deck as you move into the later game. And while its own effect is the most obvious way to increase Jabberwock Nightmare Spawn's attack, you can also just run cards that buff attack in your deck to support your Jabberwock Nightmare Spawn and get its effect off faster. And of course, if it sticks, it becomes a high-impact, persistent threat. And there you have it. Those are my card reveals for the upcoming Shadowverse expansion, Omen of the 10, coming out at the end of this month. Get hyped. Let me know your thoughts on these cards in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from ya. I want to give a thank you to Cygames for allowing me to reveal 2 new Omen of the 10 cards for you guys. And speaking of Omen of the 10, remember that you can compete in the Shadowverse Wildcard Tournament for a guaranteed slot in the Contenders Cup and get one step closer to the World Grand Prix's $1 million grand prize. You only need 2 decks to compete, so anybody can enter and win. Signups are open now at battlefy.com/Shadowverse-open. That's it for this video. Like it if you did, don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Shadowverse content and Omen of the 10 hype in the very near future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.